Got them local recordings on.
Mm, mm, mm. Hey, hey, get your roll on. Hey, get your roll on. That's right. All right, I'm amped. You know why? Because it's college football. So Ryan, don't make that face. Brian, what's up, my bro?
Bro, I'm chilling. How are
Okay,
you?
cool. I'm good, man. You know what it is? It's another episode of Two Joes in the Pro as always. Kenny, Ryan, and Brian. I'm amped. Ryan's mad because he has to wait another week for NFL. He'll be okay. Me and Brian are happy because we get more to bet more. So what can be better?
You guys are fucking degenerates. Brian only has one quarterback on the Patriots, so he's a little weary right now.
Yeah, he's hurting over there.
Listen, don't worry about the fact that I've been hitting the U.S. Open like crazy this week.
You've been betting or you've been winning bets?
I'm up a little on the U.S. Open.
This is the crazy part. Before, Brian, you were knowledgeable on like sports, but since you sports bet so much, you know every sport. Do you bet on cricket?
I have not dove into cricket because I don't understand it at all. And it's mostly televised late at night when I'm not up anymore.
Yeah.
So
I bet on the Euro basketball like earlier, and I told myself at that point I had to stop because I said I'm getting bad. Like if you're betting on Euro basketball, Kenny, 2:30 a.m. games. Come on, it's a problem. You have to stop it.
You guys are fucking nuts, man.
I did a $10 bet one night on Japanese baseball.
Japanese baseball, I'm done.
And then I said, all right, I'm going to bed. I didn't even watch it. I just went to bed.
I gotta put this bet in. I
was like,
did you win?
Done. No, I lost.
Come on, man.
He's Japanese. I don't know who's.
He didn't even know the team.
Nah.
He said it's the.
I was like picking
the
them
Tokyo
like,
Muskrat. He said that sounds like a cool name.
Exactly. That's what I did. I was like, oh, I like that name.
I like that name. And put the bet on them. Anyway, hey guys, I'm going to touch on college football because guess what? It's go time. So last week, what would happen? I won a little bit of money with Navy. Navy came out. Oh, not Navy. Sorry, I'm tripping. Notre Dame stomped on Navy. Sorry, it was like 42 to I don't know. What is it? It was 3? I think it was 42-3, something like that. So I bet on the over, got smashed. My step pops had told me, he's like, hey Kenny, man, sorry you didn't win that bet. But I bet on the money line, I won some money there. That's probably the only really game that was going on. Vanderbilt fucked me over big time. They beat Hawaii though. And Hawaii backdoor covered. And then USC, while most people probably like, okay, they put up a lot of points, they looked a little shaky against San Jose State on defense. So they're definitely gonna have to tighten up because when they get to the Big Ten, it's not gonna be like that. So it's gonna be a pretty good week this week as far as teams go. I know Utah's playing Florida on Thursday. That's a big game. Everybody else is kind of like, just playing mediocre teams, just trying to get warmed up for the season. Alabama plays, so I'm pretty excited to see who we roll out for quarterback. Michigan plays. It's weird too. While I'm on this topic, Michigan is playing on Peacock, right? So this streaming wars is like really taking a hold because now people really have to like pay for all their subscriptions just to watch their teams, and it's annoying in a sense because it's like, why? Like last week, for instance, they had USC was on the Pac-12 network. So you had to pay the subscription to get on the Pac-12 network in order to see them. And that is annoying. But then I started to look at the money. I'm like, why all these people, why all these streaming services buying it? But listen to this. The Big Ten, they have a contract with Fox, NBC, and CBS to 2030, $8.05 billion. Each team is getting the average value a year is 1.15. Each team is getting around 100 million. So I was like, okay, SEC, same thing, 10-year contract to 2034 with ESPN, 7.1 billion. So then you like, well, you asked the question before, like, why are these people trying to hop conferences? That's why. because I just go to your conference and I get 100 million just by being in the conference, right? Like that's why it's happening. And look at the drop off from the Big Ten to the SEC, right, to the Pac-12. The Pac-12 for a 12-year contract, they're only making $3 billion, so they only get $250 million per year. Like it's just crazy. But I digress. Even in college football, ESPN paid $7.3 billion for college football playoffs. For 3 games.
The money's insane.
You know what I mean? Like 3 games, you're paying $7.3 billion, and you wonder why Disney stock can't go higher. That's it. People don't go to Disney World besides Ryan. And then guess what? People can't make any money because Disney can't make any money because ESPN is giving it all away. So, how are the parks, Ryan? By the way, before we continue, this is a side note. Are the parks still packed when you go?
Yeah. Yes. Always.
Have prices increased
Yes.
since you've been gone?
Yes, they do. Prices keep going up, and I'm a sucker for it.
I digress. Anyway, that's all I have for college. So,
wow,
All right.
that was exhilarating.
it was kind of. I was trying to make it like eventful, but you guys didn't have any energy. I just stared at me.
You ain't got nothing for like this weekend coming up?
Yeah, I got the parlay, but I'm saving it for BK bets.
Okay, all right. My bad. I'm jumping the gun. I was ready to tell my bet right now. Real quick, baseball. We'll just get to this. The Angels have put 6 guys on waivers. A lot of teams are just putting a lot of guys on waivers to try to save some money at the end of the year to get underneath the salary cap. So, the Angels have given up. The pitchers that they went out and got at the trade deadline, they put them on waivers to try to save money. The Angels are done. Orioles look like it's crazy how good they are. I don't think that they're that good, but they are. So we still need to go to a game. We should probably get that in before playoffs start, where we're not going to like the prices.
It's Baltimore. I'm pretty sure the playoffs are not going to be too crazy.
I don't know, man. The last time they were in the playoffs back in 2014, 2015 time frame, they were selling out in the playoffs. And the fans get up for the playoffs around here.
You're a bandwagoner. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, fair weather fans.
That's why we're going to the game, right? I mean,
I would go even if they were bad. But that's just me.
I'm going for the food.
Oh, really? How many games have you gone to, Brian?
This year, none.
I would go even if they suck. Oh, yeah? When's the last time you been to an Orioles game?
I think 2 years ago.
Well,
that wasn't a ticket that was given to you or
that you paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Brian bought me tickets to an Orioles game.
The last time I went to an Orioles game, I fell asleep in the stands.
Yeah. Well, Ryan didn't even get to go.
Brian's like, "Oh, happy birthday, bud. Here, Orioles play the Yankees. You can go for your birthday." And then his wife goes into labor, and we have to go watch his kids.
So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way. I hope you enjoyed your trip to Camden Yards.
This is great.
Real quick, AL Central, the Twins have taken control of the Central. All those teams still suck.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
But the Twins are up 5 games. That's a large enough lead in that division that they're probably going to win the division. So they'll be the scrub team that somebody gets to play and beat up real quick in the playoffs because they ain't going to make no noise. So that's an easy dub.
Now that you say that, they're going to make a little bit of noise.
Nah, they ain't, though.
Okay.
Seattle has taken the lead in the West. Texas has kind of fallen off a little bit.
Bad.
Really bad. But the problem with Seattle now is Julio Rodriguez is hurt. He's got reportedly a nerve injury in his foot. And something like that could probably nag for quite a while. So that might be a long-term injury, and it might derail their playoff run that they might have been able to make. Because without him, they're a totally different lineup. He's been out the last 2 nights, and they lost one to the A's, and then they just won tonight by 1 run against the A's. Like, so. But yeah, those are mostly your playoff teams, and the Rays. The Rays are they're only 1.5 back on the Orioles. They're in control of the wild card, even if they can't get the division. So that's pretty much it. Coming down the wire here, playoff push.
What do you think about Shohei with his injury?
Oh yeah, he tore his UCL. He needs Tommy John surgery, but basically he's gonna keep hitting, I guess, which is weird. I would shut him down, especially now that they're selling off pieces. Like just stop. Like let him go get the surgery so that he's back quicker.
Yeah, but what do you think that does as far as them retaining him, or do you think he's gone? Because he's not getting $600 million no more.
You know, some people think that, but I don't know.
Why he's not going to pitch again?
What do you mean again?
Like,
Ever?
you think with the Tommy John surgery they're going to allow him to pitch again?
Yes, 100%.
It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a while. Like think about
Be
Bryce.
a year before he can pitch. He's only going to be a hitter next year.
Think about Bryce Harper right now. They still are being cautious with him, so that's why he's at first base. Because they got to wait for the arm to get right. They got to wait for it to heal.
It's not just that. They also have a log jam in their outfield.
Yeah, I understand that too, but for the most part, Bryce Harper's better than all of them out there. But they're being hesitant because of the injury.
I really don't think they're being hesitant, Kenny. I think it's just because he's the most athletic that he can play first base and the other ones can't.
It's a couple guys.
They're fielding. They're putting out their best fielders they can.
What's the third baseman name? He can play first base good.
Bain, but who's playing third then? I'm saying
that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying they got 4 outfielders that they want to play. Bryce being one of them.
Yeah, but Kyle Schwarber, he could play first base, but I think the thing with Kyle Schwarber is he's just not flexible. He's not flexible.
Schwarber sucks at first base. Trust me, I know this. I watched him on the Red Sox for a year. Great hitter, good hitter, great power hitter. He needs to be in the outfield.
So why won't they just put him at DH then?
Who, Harper?
No, just Schwarber. Just put him at DH and then put Bryce back in left field. So he still has to. He can protect his arm, but he still can play outfield.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not the manager.
Okay. So that was just my baseball, insight. You know what I mean? I'm watching a little bit.
Let's see.
Padres ain't doing shit.
No, Padres are dead now. I'm off that wagon. Basically, it's going to be the Dodgers and Braves. Everybody else doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about anybody else because they all suck. So that'll be the NL matchup.
I think the Braves will go back. I like how their bullpen is looking.
The Braves, dude, have I saw a stat the other night. They have 7 players with more than 20 home runs on their team. The next best team is the Dodgers with 4. Just to put it in perspective how stacked their lineup is.
I think they got one more year. I think they got 1 more year or 2 more years before everybody breaks up. Because they're not going to have enough money to retain everybody. All the youth on their team, they're not going to have enough money to do that.
Yeah. That's true. It's fair.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm not even going to get into hockey yet. We're not there yet. Sorry to Casey, who I know likes to hear about hockey, but it ain't happening tonight.
No hockey. All right.
No hockey.
What we got for football?
Oh, we're talking about football now?
No, we're talking about basketball.
All right. Kenny wants to do his victory lap on Jonathan Taylor again,
Please.
apparently.
Please, I cannot wait to start it.
Jonathan Taylor, what's going on with him? He's on the pup for his ankle, a.k.a. he doesn't want to play for the Colts. He wants to get traded. They could not get a deal done by yesterday by 4 o'clock. So now he is officially on the pup, which makes him ineligible to come back to the Colts until week 4 of the NFL season.
I wish we had a video editor that could just, at this point, insert my clip. And I just say, spin that clip of me saying, I'm telling y'all on fantasy, he's not going to be it. I said, I can't predict injuries. I can't predict all that stuff. I'm just telling you, he's not going to produce where he's getting drafted at. And you're like, Kenny, he is definitely going to perform. He's definitely going to be a Euro tripper. You can't keep putting voodoo and all this stuff on people and then look at him not playing 4 games. And I know Brian's going to rebuttal me and say, hey, he still can play the games when he comes back. He's not going to be productive this year, guys. So everybody that's drafting him in fantasy, guess what? You're fucked. That's it.
Yeah.
If you haven't started your fantasy yet, don't draft him. Take advice from the fantasy guru.
I like it. Don't draft him.
Kenny Fantasy.
Yeah, Kenny
We're changing this
Fantasy.
where it's no, not Ryan's fantasies this year. It's Kenny's fantasies.
Yeah, Kenny's got it.
Me.
Kenny's fantasy just involves unpredicted injuries.
That's
You know,
it.
taking a
Yeah.
victory lap on it.
He's only confident in high esteemed running backs. Everyone else, he's garbage.
Everybody, listen to what Ryan has to say. But if I say an injury happens, know that it's going to happen. I'm an insider, bro. I have insight.
Well, on a positive note, since that's a negative note, for those of you that were waiting for Josh Jacobs to come back, he did come back. So he signed a $12 million deal for 1 year, which I think that they could still franchise tag him next year because it's a 1-year deal. But that's pretty cool. So
They're sheep.
the Raiders are going to run him into the ground. He'll have like 350 carries.
He had 362 last year.
Yeah.
He'll have 400 touches. He's cool. They'll Le'Veon Bell him.
Yep. Brian, what are the Patriots doing at quarterback besides Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
What?
No.
And who else? Julian Edelman is backup?
What are you talking about? They already signed Zappy and Malik Cunningham back to the practice squad.
I
Okay.
thought Malik Cunningham was going to get cut and not be on the team.
Well, he's going to be on the practice squad.
That's still on the team.
It's not the 53 man, which is what I consider the team, Kenny.
Okay.
So you're saying they're just going to go with 2 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster,
No,
like on the 54-man suit up, because you can have that one quarterback.
Yeah, so I think that they might be in the market for a veteran quarterback right now. They might look at a guy
Will
like
Grier?
Colt. No, a veteran. Maybe like Colt McCoy, like an old veteran, like somebody like Colt McCoy, or they got rid of McSorley. They didn't like what they saw in him.
It's never been that.
No, I mean, but they just want somebody that could come in and just be solid, because Zappy really, I don't think, meshes well with Bill O'Brien's offense. He meshed better with Matt Patricia's offense, which wasn't much of one, but
Yeah. So, interesting note on the practice squad stuff. So, I was reading today because the practice squad rules changed. Do you know that you can have a 53-man roster, right? But also, you can choose 2 people from the practice squad every week to travel with the team. And if you choose to dress them out, you can dress them out, and it doesn't count against you. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, but if they play, they have to be on the roster the next.
No, they don't. The following week, they don't have to.
You sure?
Yeah, I just read it. It doesn't kind of get you. Like, they don't, like, if they dress
What
up.
the fuck's the point of?
That's what I'm saying. Because I was saying, I'm like, okay, well, if that's the case, then I'm 53 is what you say, but realistically, I have 55 potentially, and I can just sign the guy, and then after the game, I can just drop him back to practice squad the following week. So it's kind of like, why even have a 53-man roster then?
Yeah, because 53 sounds good.
I guess.
Because that's what it's always been.
I guess. But to the point, what Brian is saying, right? Like, maybe they get another veteran quarterback to add him there. Maybe they dress out Cunningham or Zappy, just have him on the sideline just in case. And it's like, all right, cool, we activate you for the game. You know what I mean? And that saves them having to do that, and they can keep depth somewhere else. Probably somebody at wide receiver, since they have none.
Yeah. Shocker alert, Burrow's back at practice. So
Is he practicing though, or he just there like
he's practicing.
walkthroughs?
He's practicing.
So he's good for week 1, or they didn't say yet?
He should. Yeah, he'll be fine for week 1. I think he'll push through. Trey Lance gets traded from the 49ers. So they traded like 3 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks to get this guy. And then they traded him for
Just
a
to get rid of
4th-round
him.
pick. Yeah, they traded him away to the Cowboys for a 4th-round pick. Dak did not seem excited about it. He was not happy.
So
But you also liked Will Greer, who was the backup.
Because he didn't feel threatened though, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't feel threatened with real Will Greer, even though Will Greer looked good the last game. He looked like he can play, right? Of course he can play, but he looks really good. But with that being said, I want to ask you guys, or you, Ryan, what's your take on people saying that Jerry Jones should have talked to Dak Prescott and what's his name? McCarthy before doing that trade?
Yeah, I think so. I think he should have, especially with Dak. I mean, he's like he struggled with interceptions like crazy last year, which is not typical of what he's done in the past. And every interception he throws this year, it's going to be like whispers in the stadium of, "Hey, put Trey Lance in. Try Trey Lance." And Dallas is already a team that puts their players on a short leash.
Yeah.
So like I feel like Dak is a proponent of, his big thing is always mental health. Like he's always talking about mental health. So like he's like, I would have told him. I would have been like, "You're safe. Don't worry about it. We're just bringing him in to boost the roster up."
But he's safe anyway because he got the money. So I'm confused.
I know, which makes it even more feel like, why are you making changes to things and not including me?
But you got to think about it, as Jerry Jones being the GM and the head and the owner. Do you want to have to deal with Cooper Rush or who's the other guy? Ben DiNucci. That's his name.
He's not there anymore, but
yeah. But I'm saying back then, like, do you want to have to deal with backups with no name and try to say that, all right, well, this team was good enough to make it to the playoffs, and now we are in question. Now, if that gets hurt, which he's had a history of getting hurt these last few years, I got Trey Lance to back him up, and I still feel kind of confident that we can push through.
Yeah.
And then I
don't blame him.
And then my next question to you is, why would the 49ers let him go so easily? Because before, two questions to it, right? Why would they let him go so easily? And do you guys think that Brock Purdy is actually the answer? So I don't know.
I think they think so. They think that Brock Purdy is what they should have got with Trey Lance. And they know that they're never going to put him on the field. Like, in order to get money or get a return on investment from Trey Lance is by putting him on the field in meaningful starting games. And he is not what is going to help them win games. And Brock Purdy shows that he can get it done in that system.
I think it's unfair, though, because he played the one game, was in a damn tsunami, and then the next game he gets hurt, right? So it's like, what did you really see? You already knew that the guy was raw coming out, right? You knew that he was raw. He just had hella talent. So I'm like, you got to give him a chance. You didn't give him a chance. Well, he can't help him breaking his ankle. You know what I mean?
The other part is we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. So
okay.
I don't know. We don't know like how he is in practice, how he is in meetings, how his attitude is. So like that could be a major factor. He could just be like fucking just showing up like,
I'm here.
Have you seen this dude's like hair? Like it's all fucked up.
Oh, it's not kept. So that must mean he doesn't. I'm fine. Let me stop. But with that being said, though, I feel like with quarterbacks like himself that are mobile and they're raw, you got to give them time to get in the game and be productive. It's like Anthony Richardson. It's like the same thing with if Anthony Richardson, he doesn't have a lot of experience, and you're just like, okay, 1 year he gets hurt, all right, I'm done off of him. Because it's not like they already had him in draft position and they just took him. They gave up so much to get him.
Yeah.
I think it's a special circumstance because they hit on Brock Purdy.
You think so, though?
For their system? Yeah, absolutely. Because all they need is a game manager. Don't turn over the ball.
But we all seen this before. 1 year, quarterbacks always play good for 1 year. If this was his second year doing it, I will 100% agree with you. Like, all right, cool, they found something. But it's 1 year.
They don't care. I think they think to themselves like they could just find another one. Or who's their backup? Sam Darnold or I get it mixed up.
Sam Darnold? Like, are we serious?
Throw him out there.
But it's Sam Darnold, bro.
Yeah. Because they believe in the system. That's why. It's the Shanahan system.
Yeah, but you guys drafted him, so you can't. How much are you saying the Shanahan system when you guys drafted him? And I'm curious now of if Shanahan even wanted to pick Lance, because I know they talked about Mac
I
Jones
don't
already,
think they
right?
did. I don't think they did. I don't think he did. I think
No. He
I think
wanted
that-
Mac,
yeah.
and Mac and Purdy, similar type of quarterback.
Mac
Fuck.
is a little bit more consistent, but I got it.
Well, but same style. Game manager type, efficient. That's all they want in that offense because they put the pieces around the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's true.
They wanted Garoppolo if he could have stayed healthy.
Yes. And Garoppolo's that same type of quarterback. Trey Lance is the type of guy he needs to have that role of like what Anthony Richardson's about to get. Just being out there and just playing and fighting for every week.
I like that they're just throwing Richardson out there. They're like, what you don't have is game experience, and you're gonna get game experience this year.
Yeah, sure. So, what else we got?
That's all I got for football. There ain't nothing really going on. We got week 1 next week. Who was it? Chiefs Lions
Yeah, next
Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday night, yeah.
All right, well, let's get straight to it. It's not really hot takes like hot cakes this week, but we told you guys we're going to bring you our season predictor as far as where everybody will finish up at. What was that?
I can't wait.
Oh, I heard. Oh yeah.
Well, I know. Well, because I know Bryant's here, and he's gonna get real mad when he realizes that
We put it. Yeah.
where we got the Packers.
Hey, listen,
All right.
I'll just say on that point real quick. I actually didn't think I'd have the Packers getting as many wins as I did. So,
Okay, so how do we want to do this?
you want to just
Do you
go by
wanna-
division?
All right, let's do division.
Just start at the top left. What is it? AFC West, right?
AFC West. Yep.
All right. Run it, Kenny.
Okay.
We want to hear this.
By the way, I'm mad. I had the Texas Rangers plus 1.5, and they just went into overtime. Went extra innings, and the bases is loaded. Oh, I'm just pissed. Anyway,
Wait, are you serious? I thought they were up like 4.
they were, and they let.
Oh my god.
Let me not start. Anyway,
Anyway,
let's get to the real thing at hand. AFC West. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but guess what? That's what I do. I have the Chargers going 16-1. I have.
That's a lot of games.
It is.
Who's their
I-
one loss? The Chiefs?
I don't know. I gotta go to it.
It's got to be.
Their one loss is. You're not gonna like it.
damn, bro.
The Broncos.
So they're sweeping the Chiefs this
Yeah,
year.
I got a sweep in the Chiefs, and I got a sweep in the Chiefs, and they play. I got them losing to the Broncos, week 14.
Damn. Just remember this when everybody wants to say that I'm a homer. Okay.
Hey, I'm normally not like this. I just went through and picking, and then this is where it ended up at. I got the Chiefs at 12-5. I got the Broncos at 4-13, and then I got the Raiders at 4-13.
Wow. I'll go through mine real quick. I got
What the fuck?
I got the Chiefs 14-3. I got the Chargers 13-4. So one game back. And then Raiders, I got them 7-10. And then I got the Broncos 2-15. I really just don't think the Broncos are going to be that
What
good
the
this year.
fuck is
I
going
know,
on?
I've flipped very heavily on the Sean Payton, Russell Wilson.
I mean, if you don't think it's gonna work out, then fine. That's if you,
That's
if you
where
don't-
I'm at. I
okay.
think that they cannot come back from all the injuries at wide receiver.
What are you talking
Like,
about? The Broncos?
the Broncos have Judy, who's supposedly coming back for week 1, supposedly.
Yeah,
He's come back for week 1 now. I thought they said he's got
supposedly.
multiple.
I
Well,
would,
there's
I would hold
reports
him out a
saying he
couple
might
weeks.
Exactly, but they can. But can they?
Well, they,
Yeah.
have,
Who do
they
they
still
have?
have Sutton. They still have Dolchich or whatever his name is.
That's a tight end. Can you give me some?
So
receivers?
KJ Hamler is gone, right?
Yeah,
Tim Patrick is out.
Torres
Out of the
shit
league.
again.
He's
I don't know who else
everything.
they have, bro. Who else do
They got Marvin Mims, the rookie receiver that they got.
Okay, from
That
Oklahoma.
they drafted. They drafted him. Outside of that, shrugs.
Yeah, but they only have to wait until Judy gets back, and it's not like they have scrubs at running back. I mean, they're gonna be able to run the ball. They have a decent offensive line,
And their
and
defense is
and
going to keep them.
really good.
I know, but I was recalling a lot of the games last year with Russell Wilson where I was like,
with that dumbass as a head coach. Yeah,
I know, but
that guy
but
might
Russell
need to be institutionalized. That's how bad he is. Okay.
Yeah, but there were times where like the plays were there and Russell just could not hit it, or he'd hold on to the ball until the very end and get sacked. Like
it was some voodoo on Russell Wilson last year.
It
was weird. Like he's never played like that ever. He's never been hesitant on letting the ball go. He's never been like patting the whole time his feet in the pocket. And last year was just weird.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this. Vegas has Russell Wilson as the favorite to be comeback player of the year. Vegas is rarely wrong.
That's true
So-
too.
they predicted Geno Smith last year.
Oh,
Like they did.
no, they did not.
And I did
They
say
did not.
rarely, Ryan. So I'm just
They
saying
really-
the odds are in the favor of Russell Wilson having a bounce back year.
They are if he had a full complement of his weapons.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well,
I don't know, man.
all right, let me run through my list real quick
Yeah, do you think?
because it's a stark difference from you guys.
For
Holy
AFC?
crap. For the AFC West, I
Okay,
got
let
the
me hear it.
Chiefs 14-3, like Ryan. But it goes downhill quickly from there. We got the Broncos second at 12-5. I think they're
What?
going to be
Holy
really good.
shit!
I think they're
This
really
guy.
good. Listen, you
This-
got to remember,
this
I'm a
guy.
defensive guy. I love
This
defenses.
is-
Bro, that
No.
was last year's defense, bro. That's not this year.
Their
That's
defense is
la-
going to be better this year.
No, it's not. Stop
yes,
it.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
12-5. Then I
Come
have
on.
the Chargers at 11-6, and then the
I
Raiders
can't.
3-14.
Literally, I cannot fathom that with the Broncos. So
The Broncos are not going to have a better record than the Chargers, bro. You tripping? They're not.
Okay,
They're not.
you got to remember they have an easier schedule because
I
they were
don't
so bad
care.
last year.
You don't go from being trash like that until like, oh, cool, I'm ready. That's not it. Like Sean Payton, if Sean Payton and Russell Wilson was the best of buds, I would understand. But the fact that you hear all these tensions between them, I don't think they're gonna be all meshy like
Listen,
you think.
you know what? You know what's the first indication? The first indication where I was like, this is not going well, is when a head coach comes into a team and starts making excuses. Sean Payton started talking about, like, he started talking shit about Nathaniel Hackett and basically saying, like, what kind of roster do he's like basically making built-in excuses as he's starting the team. He's looking around saying, shit, we ain't got nothing.
He wasn't talking about the roster.
What was he talking about?
No, he was talking about the performance on the field, like what happened last year. He wasn't saying that the players were bad. He's not in there shit talking his players.
He's making excuses already.
No, he just basically shit all over Hackett because he sucks.
Already making you're making excuses for him. There's no way they win 12 games. I'll take whatever. I'll give you 10 games and I'd make that bet.
Well, guess we'll see.
I'll take the under on 9 games.
What is there over under?
Shit.
I'll look it
I don't
up.
know.
I'll see what.
Yeah,
DraftKings
you
says.
look it up. You look it up. I'm sure you got that. Like they like already know. Like they probably recorded your voice.
Just, oh, this is Brian calling.
All right. You want me to go first for the next one? Is it the
Yep.
AFC North?
Yep. Oh no.
That's what it is for mine.
Yeah, I have East, but it's the same. All right, whatever.
You do.
North looks good.
Mine's the
It's-
North
it-
next.
Yeah,
Right.
because it goes based on like
Oh, our
rankings.
standings.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So
do the North.
AFC North, I've got a pretty competitive division here. I think that they're going to be a lot better this year. So I got the Bengals at 13-4, as well as the Ravens at 13-4. I have them both winning 13 games. I have the Browns at 11-6. I think they are a better team this year. And I even have the Mike Tomlin Steelers finishing over 500 at 9-8. I think that this division is going to be back on top.
I have the Ravens at 13-4. I have the Bengals at 10-7. I have the Steelers at 8-8 and the Browns at 8-9. How did I get 8-8? What did I do with the Steelers? I left something off.
They got a tie?
Nah. Sorry, I got the Steelers at 9-8.
Yeah, so we're the same there. I like the Steelers a lot this year. I think that Pickett can take a leap forward.
Yeah.
But I also think Deshaun Watson's back.
Yeah, I don't know. I have the games I have the Bengals losing is I have them losing one game to KC, a game to the Vikings, one game to the Steelers, the Bills, the 49ers, the Ravens, and I have the Seahawks upsetting them one game.
Who's that for? Sorry.
That's for the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
What's your standings, Brian?
I got the Bengals at 13-4. I've got the Ravens at 12-5. I have the Browns at 10-7, and I have the Steelers at 9-8.
Well, so this was pretty close. We were pretty close.
We all agree that this division's on the up.
Yeah, I mean, I could see where you're coming from, Kenny, with the Bengals because their defense is going to be less than what they were last year. Like their defense overperformed last year. They were actually statistically a pretty good defense. And usually with like a good offense, you put a lot of pressure on defenses because you make the other offense be one-dimensional because they're trying to come back and throw their way into games.
I just think that it's going to be a lot of Joe Burrow, make it happen.
Yeah,
right?
It's a good thing he's Joe Cool 2.0.
No, I understand that 100%. I just think that some of the games that they got through the last couple of years, they don't do it this time just because they don't finish on defense like they will previously. I still think they make a good run in the playoffs and stuff like that, but I don't think regular season is as good as people project.
The only one I'm worried about is look, I went through the list and I just picked based on my gut. I don't see the Ravens. Bryant says I don't see the Ravens being that good. Not much change other than OBJ. I think
Lamar being healthy.
Yeah, Lamar's healthy. They got another weapon in Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman if he comes back healthy, Mark Andrews.
They have a new offensive coordinator.
New offensive coordinator that came from Georgia that is a dog. Todd is come on, bro, stop it.
I mean, the defense,
the offensive coordinator is the big change there because, oh, man, I can't remember this stat I heard. I mean, no, it's not a lot of ifs with health. The only if is the offensive coordinator is the real issue here, is the real thing here. Like Lamar was stifled in the passing game. They would not throw the ball last year with him back there, and this year I think that they throw a little bit more.
But the what ifs with health, is with any team. If any team is healthy, like that's that can happen. So we're not talking about what ifs essentially. I'm saying the pieces that he has now is actually people that we know of that can perform. Besides Zay Flowers, we don't know, right? We just have high hopes for him. But Bateman, we see what Bateman does, but now Bateman doesn't have that much pressure on him. Mark Andrews is not going to get double teamed as much because now you got to account for Zay Flowers and OBJ, right? Along with Bateman. The running back stable is still there. J.K. Dobbins is another year removed from his ACL injury, so he should be more confident. Gus the Bus is still Gus the Bus, right? So it's like it's a way different vibe or look than how it was last year.
I think statistically they had the lowest percentage, like by a mile, lowest percentage of 11 personnel, which is like the most common like personnel grouping in like the NFL currently because it's a pass happy league.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were never in 11 personnel last year. And Todd Monken, his main whatever philosophy is 11 personnel and like getting 3 receivers out there. Last year they just could not have 3 receivers out there, and they didn't trust to throw the ball. And they're going to throw the ball a lot more this year. And I think Lamar is going to be close to his MVP-like season.
I agree. What we have for the AFC South? Or do you have East first? Let's do East because East is better. Let's do AFC East. What do y'all have? Go ahead, Brian.
Brian, we'll let Brian go first. That's his division.
Yeah, so I got
What are
the
the Patriots at 14 and
Yeah,
No.
Patriots at 15-2.
no. So I have a 3-way tie for the AFC East.
Oh my god.
No, you do not.
You better stop.
I'm
just gonna throw up.
I have the Bills number 1, the Dolphins number 2, and the Patriots number 3. That's how the tiebreakers worked out. They're all 10-7. And then I have the Jets at 7-10.
You're tripping.
You're so stupid.
Okay.
I can't even fathom.
What do you have, Ryan?
I got the Bills 13-4,
Yep.
Miami 11-6, Jets 11-6, and the Patriots 8-9. I still have this as a competitive division.
Yeah.
They're all middle of the pack. Patriots will be the last team in this division.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
I have the Bills the same. I have the Dolphins 1 win more at 12-5. The Jets one less at 10-7, and then the Patriots at 9-8.
Boom.
The shit that you were just talking about, Brian, is insane. that might be worse. That might be worse than my Chargers 16-1.
No, it isn't.
That
Kenny. Get
that
out
might
of
be
here.
worse,
You,
bro. There's no way the Patriots don't come in last. There's no way.
okay, so even if
So
they
I have
don't,
them with 10 wins.
even
You have them with 9, Kenny.
I
That's
know.
the only difference.
yes, I agree with what you're saying. Me thinking the Patriots could potentially get 10 wins is not as far fetched, but it's almost like you diminish the wins and losses for all the other teams to make that 10-6, 10-7 look
because
better.
I have
Brian,
other teams
that's
in
funny,
the AFC.
Brian.
I have other teams in the AFC that I like better. That's all.
All right.
I think every team in the AFC East is flawed in some way.
Well, yeah, because you're the Broncos like really high.
I do
so-
have the Broncos really high. You're
For-
right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
And
let's.
I
see
also
what-
have a lot more stock in the NFC East probably than you guys do. which is
Vegas
the
told
division
me
that they play.
Vegas told me that Russell Wilson's going to have a good year, so that means the Broncos will be 12-5.
I mean,
Well,
I've been
hear-
on the Broncos all offseason, buddy. All offseason.
All right.
Let's hear what you have for the AFC South. Is that what this is next?
Yep.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got the Jaguars winning that division 10-7. I have the Titans at 8-9. And then I have the Colts and the Texans at 2-15. Young teams,
Okay.
young quarterbacks. They're not ready yet.
Yeah, this division's going to be the bottom of the barrel. 9-8. I have the Jags winning this division. Titans 8-9, like Brian. I think the Titans are going to be decent this year, but I think it's going to be the same as it was last year, and the Jags are going to come out on top. And then I have the Texans 4-13 and the Colts 2-15.
Yeah, so I have the Jags similar to you guys at 10-7. I don't have the Titans this high though. I have the Titans at 6-11, and then I have the Colts at 3-14 and the Texans at 1-16. I don't see how the Titans are going to be effective. Like they still have Tannehill, maybe. I don't know what he's going to do. Will Levis is not doing anything.
The only reason
Willis
why
is
I
not
still
doing
have
anything. So
only reason why I still have the Titans up there competitive is because of Mike Vrabel. I think he's a really great coach in this league.
I
And
do
he gets those
understand that
guys
too.
fired up, and that
Yeah.
there is something to be said about that. Not every team has that.
And
I get
D-Hop's
it.
there.
I
D-Hop.
get it. But guess what?
Get a
Somebody
team
got to
out
throw
there.
D-Hop the ball. D-Hop doesn't get separation like that, right? We already seen that already with Julio Jones. Like, damn, he's
Doesn't
gonna be effective.
D-Hop have
Doesn't
one
have-
of the best catch percentages in contested catches in the league?
Yeah, he has a
So he
catch
doesn't
radius,
need separation.
bro.
Well,
You just throw the
okay.
ball in his way, and he's going to come up. And
How did he do last year with that?
he didn't?
He
have
did pretty
any
well
real
when he was
quarterback.
there. When he was there, he was good.
He was decent.
And don't the
Now-
man
now
had He was good. The man had Cliff Kingsbury.
What do you mean? That's an offensive guru. Now he's going to a team that's run heavy. King Henry's still there.
Yeah, they're gonna eat. That's how they're gonna win the games. They're gonna go back to what they were.
Okay.
That's why I don't draft D-Hop in a lot of leagues, because I don't think he gets the targets that he's used to. He'll break 100. He'll have like 120 targets, and I don't think he gets 100 receptions this year.
No, he's gonna be like around 80.
Yeah,
maybe.
Just because they don't pass the ball as much.
Right, but I think that as long as he's an efficient 80, then it could be good for them.
What's the efficient 80? 80 and 800, 80 and 1,000? What?
Meaning his completions versus targets or his receptions per target is high.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah,
NFC?
Let's do the NFC East first. Let's do it.
The NFC East?
East, yeah.
Oof. All right, I'll go first. So I got the New York Giants 17-0 winning that division. I'm just kidding. I got the Eagles winning that division at 12-5. I got the Giants in second at 10-7. Cowboys right there at 9-8. And then I have the Commanders 3-14. Even though I like the Commanders and in some of the stuff that they've done, but when I was looking at their schedule, I just, for some reason, every time I went to be like, oh, I'll pick the Commanders here, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I have the Eagles at 14-3, and then the Cowboys and the Giants both at 8-9, and then the Commanders at 4-13.
All right. Well, I also have the Eagles winning the division, 14-3. I have the Cowboys at 10-7, the Giants at 9-8, and the Commanders at 7-10. Because I do like them. I don't know why you guys are quite that low on them, but
what do you have the Commanders at?
7-10.
I just don't think they get it done this year. I like believing being there. I just don't think they get it done this year. I don't think they have really adopted that scheme, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't think Howell's that. I don't think Howell is that. Is that guy?
Yeah, maybe that's me being biased because I have Howell in the Dynasty League, and
Cowboys are not taking that division.
No,
the Cowboys will find a way.
They're not taking it.
They will find a way to give it up.
They will. They will be one and done in the playoffs per the usual because that's the
if they make it. If they make it,
well, I gotta make it, but I think the NFC is kind of trash this year. So you're gonna have some teams that maybe wouldn't be playoff teams. They're gonna make it. That's all.
All right,
sure that they play the NFC North, which I have as a pretty tough division.
Yeah, that's what I have. Speaking of that, let's go to NFC North then.
All right, let's piss Brian off real quick.
I'm about to piss him off for sure.
Wait, how are you gonna piss me off? Oh, Bryant. Oh yes, our number one fan.
Oh yeah.
Who's starting it off?
I will start it off. How about that?
All right, let's do
this. I have the Vikings winning the division at 11-6, and then surprisingly, I have the Packers at 9-8. I don't know why, but I do. And then I have the Lions at 8-9, Bears at 7-10.
I have the Lions at 11-6 and the Vikings at 11-6. They're both tied. I have Green Bay Packers at 7-10, and then the Bears closing it out at 5-12.
Yeah, I'm way off. I guess I'm way different. All right, I got the Lions winning this division. I got the Lions winning 12-5. But I also have them tied with the Bears at 12-5. I've got the Bears so high, and I think it is. I get people are like, I have real flashbacks of when Lamar had his MVP season. I have real flashbacks of when Josh Allen got an actual receiving weapon, and just watching them give the ball to freaking DJ Moore and actually watch him cook. Like, I think that they are going to be a good team this year. They're winning 12 games, and you can eat a dick, Brian. And then I got the Vikings still as a good team, 10-7. And then I got the Packers bottom of the barrel, 6-11 this year.
I to your point, Brian, I think that Jordan Love does take a step further
Take a
than
step.
people.
He's got all he has to do is take one step, and
No,
it's
no.
further than what he's ever done.
No, I'm saying more than people believe, right? People don't think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be effective.
I don't
Do I
think he's
think?
that good.
Do I think he's the guy? I don't know yet. But listen, man, like he has a little swagger to him. He doesn't have the Aaron Rodgers cloud over him right now, right? It's kind of nobody expects him to do anything, and that's perfect, right? Nobody expects him to do anything. So it's like, all right, cool. He's going to go out there and perform. I think he's going to be free. I think the biggest thing for them is if they had consistent receivers, I think you would see better numbers from him. I don't know what to expect out of Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. I hope he's going to be okay, but I don't think he's going to be this all-star people expect him to be, and I think that's where the issue lies. And no matter what people think about Musgrove, let's stop it.
Brian, he can surprise people and still only win 6 games this year.
Yes.
Like he
100%.
doesn't need to be earth-shattering. My issue is,
I didn't say he's a winner.
is he going to be better than Aaron Rodgers?
No.
He's not going to be better than Aaron Rodgers. And you guys won 8 games with Aaron Rodgers last year. So, like, it's not far-fetched for me to say that he is – and that was with Aaron Rodgers throwing 12 interceptions, which is unheard of for him in his career. I think that Jordan Love is going to show signs that he can be the future of the Packers. I just don't think that he is going to – I think he's going to make a lot of mistakes like normal rookies do. Look at Peyton Manning's first year. He threw a lot of interceptions. Like these quarterbacks throw interceptions their first year.
You're not Peyton Manning.
Yeah, let's relax on it.
I'm
You threw that out like you had a lot of comparisons. You could say you say Peyton Manning.
Well, I'm just giving an exaggerated comparison in terms of
like Eli
interceptions.
And, at least it's still a Hall of Fame quarterback. So
I'm
He's not
just
gonna-
giving
he's
an
not gonna have
exaggerated comparison.
He's not gonna have better stats than Rodgers did last year. He's gonna throw a lot of picks, bro. He gambles,
yeah,
and his accuracy is not at the same.
yeah. And here's the thing: the reason why I'm actually, I guess, higher on the Packers than you guys. I think last year they had a lot of injuries on the defensive side of the ball. I think so. I'm banking on them staying healthy. They have a good defense, and their offense is going to be a run-heavy type offense, and Jordan Love just needs to balance it. Like, I don't know,
Brian,
I don't think
you're
he's gonna be a world
literally
beater.
saying what I just said. I have you guys winning 6 games. That doesn't mean that Jordan Love is not going to be good, or that he's not going to prove that he's your guy for the Packers. I just think that you guys are. It's not going to net
It's not this year.
W's.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
all we're
win
saying.
column.
It's not this year. I think he's still going to surprise people. It's just not this year.
But he's not going to be some world beater at quarterback either. He's going to look all right.
Might be a woman beater, but we don't know that yet.
Whoa.
Come on. All
NFL's
right.
got enough of them.
Here y'all go. We must be getting late. Y'all
But
start
just because Brian, I do want to state this for you, Bryant. Just because you're in the same division doesn't mean you need to shit on Justin Fields.
yeah, because Justin Fields' numbers will be way better than Jordan Love. It's not even close. Not even close.
All right. Let's
All right,
move
well-
on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do the NFC West.
Ooh, I want to say. Why would we say those for last? Because the NFC South is easy.
Okay, fine. Do it. Do the NFC South.
Tampa 11-6, Falcons 8-9. I know you're gonna like, what the hell you think we're talking about, Kenny? Saints 6-11, and the Panthers 4-13.
Are we doing the NFC South? Is that one that we were doing?
Yes.
The NFC South, Kenny. That's what you just read. You were talking about a different division, weren't you? With those records. Come on.
Brian, he would not be a better passer than Jordan. I mean,
Can
than
we
Justin
stop
Fields.
talking to this guy about we're done with the Packers. We did
Zach-
like 10 minutes on the fucking Packers.
Yeah.
I'm done with them. This
Zach
is not the Packers
Foster,
podcast.
he said it on his head. Zach Foster said it right. Fields going ball this year.
Yeah,
Right.
that's my brother.
No, that's
we
what I
can-
said.
we
And-
can-
and
we can
South.
mention Fields. That's
11-6, Falcons 8-9, Saints 6-11, Panthers 4-13.
No
Right.
respect for Derek Carr.
No,
Anyways.
The man with the mascara. No respect. I got the Saints winning this division
Yes.
at 10 and
thank you.
7. I have the Saints winning this. I repeat, Saints winning this division at 10 and 7.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And there is not a single team close to them.
Okay.
Because the next closest team is the Falcons at 5 and 12.
Ooh.
The Bucks at 3 and 14, and the Panthers at 3 and 14.
Damn.
Because this division is garbage.
Yeah, you went harder than I did.
Pretty
Let me look what I messed
is
up.
not there anymore.
Yeah,
Like-
King, you fucked up somewhere, bro.
Yeah, I did. I have.
He was looking at last year's Bucks roster.
I had the
Like-
Bucks. I have the Bucks upsetting the Eagles. I
what?
have.
Did you watch Baker Mayfield last year at all?
Bro, y'all are tripping.
Well,
Like,
he looked good. He looked good that one game. with the
listen to this.
Rams.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I
okay.
have. Right, look, I have. They're gonna lose to the Vikings. I have them beating the Bears. Have them beating the Eagles. I have them
They're
beating
not
the
beating
Oh,
the
and
fucking
no.
Eagles.
Go ahead.
Listen. Okay, cool. Y'all can take that away. I have the Lions beating them. I have them beating the Falcons. I have the Bills beating them. I have them beating the Texans. I have them beating the Titans. I have them losing against 49ers. I have them beating the Colts, beating the Panthers. I have them losing to the Falcons, losing to Green Bay, beating the Jags, beating the Saints, and then beating the Panthers. Like, what I said is outlandish.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like
They
six
are.
close games.
Their division is trash. I'm thinking they're going to beat up on everybody in the division.
I think everybody in the division is going to beat up on each other.
I think they're all gonna beat up on the. Yeah, they're all trash. They're
All right.
all garbage.
Well,
Yeah.
anyways, I got the Saints winning the division 9 and 8. Then I have the Buccaneers at 7 and 10, the Falcons at 6 and 11, and the Panthers at 4 and 13.
That cracked me up. Sorry. I apologize, bro. I was laughing at the comment. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
The Bucks will be up 21,
And Baker
And then-
definitely will do that.
and Baker's gonna throw 4 picks. Nice.
Yeah, I think that Baker's not even going to make it the whole season. They're gonna put Trask in it.
I think Kyle
Zach-
Trash is a lot better than people think.
Zach is a Browns fan. He might have missed this segment. I had the Browns going 11 and 6, but I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna fuck that up somehow. So
Yeah,
some of these teams are getting extra wins. There's no way you could project the Browns to be that good and
8
them
and
to
9.
actually be that good.
Okay, so since I was completely wrong about the NFC South, what we got for NFC West?
I'll start this. I got the 49ers at 13 and 4, winning the division. Then I have the Seahawks at 7 and 10. I have the Rams at 7 and 10, and then I have the Cardinals at 1 and 16.
Wow. We were pretty close. I got the 49ers 13 and 4. I think the Rams is one last hurrah at 9 and 8.
Oh, all right.
I have them winning a couple of games because you got to remember Aaron Donald's there, people are healthy, Stafford's
Cup.
there, Stafford Cup, and even
Akers.
if Stetson Bennett gets in there, they might even still be able to survive.
I don't know how he made the team.
They like him. They are like, oh, Georgia guy. We're just, it's like a clone of Stafford. That's what they think in their head. And then I think so. Here's my big take. It's going to be the Seahawks at 7 and 10. I think that last year they surprised a lot of people because they were like, hold up, Geno, and now teams are going to be like, they're taking Geno serious, so they're going to game plan a little bit more to his tendencies, and it's going to be hard. And I got the Arizona. I think Kyler Murray doesn't play a single game this year, and they go 0-17.
And
Yeah, I
I gave
have
them
one.
one win. I gifted it to them.
Yeah, I
I
have
felt
the,
bad.
They
I have
beat
the 49ers.
themselves.
I have the 49ers at 14 and 3. I have the Seahawks at 11 and 6, 9 and 8 the Rams, and then same with the Cardinals at 1 and 16. I have them winning one game, you know.
Yeah, I don't even know where I could literally. I went back and looked at it. I was like, I can't give them any of these fucking games.
I gifted them one. I think they had them upset like the Rams or the Seahawks or something.
I had them. They had them beating the Texans. That's it.
Hey,
maybe that was it.
Bryant wants to know. It's a non-Packers question, so I will
So
allow
we'll
it.
allow it. We'll allow it.
Okay.
He wants to know any concerns about Bosa not reporting yet. He's a monster.
He
0.
Nope.
He's gonna play.
Yeah, he's gonna play, and whatever he wants, they're gonna give it to him.
I have no concerns. Their front seven is unfucking believable with or without him. Now he is a difference maker.
Oh, I'm
He
about to
makes
say,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
makes he
don't
makes,
just say it like that. Like,
no. He makes them different.
yeah, for sure.
Like they are the best defense in the league, but without him, they're a top 5 defense still. Like
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree to
I don't
that.
know if I agree with that completely. I don't think their
Top-
front is that good. I'd say the Eagles have a better front seven.
I don't know. I
No.
think the Eagles have a
No.
better front seven, but the scheme of the 49ers work way
all
better
right.
with what they have than
That's
the
fine.
Eagles
The
does.
scheme- you wanna
I
talk
think
about
that's the
scheme?
difference. The scheme, I don't know what they have in 49ers, but that pipeline of coaches they have coaching the defense, it's like Salah's like, hey guys, when I leave, I'm leaving all the playbook with y'all. Like just follow this and y'all can go
Like,
be head
Ra-
coaches.
who's on their front besides Bosa?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to
I'll
talk
read
about
it right
Kinlaw? Like, I mean, he was okay.
no, they got Javon Hargreaves from last year.
Yeah. He played good.
Okay.
Arik Armstead, like
Yeah.
he's a fucking monster. He's huge.
He's huge,
huge.
but he hasn't really done nothing since a
Right.
couple years ago.
It was
Yeah, but
always
he's-
Buckner was the one that panned out for them. back
Exactly.
then.
Yeah, but
And-
Armstead still clogs up the middle and
Yeah.
makes that like he stops the run. He's
But
like
that's not there. That's go ahead, continue. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
and Fred Warner is the best linebacker.
Yeah,
in
but
the
Okay,
league.
yeah.
that's the linebacker, right?
Well, that's front seven. That's
When
part of
you,
the front seven.
I know, I'm saying that's the linebacker. I thought you were talking about the rest of the line. Their line is not fucking with the Eagles.
No.
The Eagles' defense is
The
crazy.
Eagles have like 2 defensive lines.
2 defensive line, one the first string and the second string, both loaded.
I
And
I
they still got
can't,
good
I can't get
linebackers.
on I can't get on this with the I can't get on it with the Eagles.
Right.
I agree. I think the Eagles are a good defense. However, you're giving credit to players that have not proved anything yet.
who you agree with?
Jalen Carter barely played last year.
You mean Jordan Davis?
Jordan Davis, yeah, and he's the second string. And then Jalen Carter hasn't played a single down in the NFL yet.
True. But he
Um,
was better than Jordan Davis at Georgia, so you can project that at least he's going to be better than Jordan Davis.
You could project. So now you got 2 players that really haven't played much.
They still got
NFL.
Fletcher Cox there.
They still have Fletcher Cox. They still have Sweat. They still got doggone Brandon Graham.
Yeah,
they still got
Sweat's
Hassan
on the
Reddick.
bench. He's
Yeah.
looking probably to get traded because
He's
he's not
on-
getting playing time.
He's on the bench and he has double-digit sacks.
And then you're also talking about your edge guys and Haas and then the rookie they got is
How's he
supposed
gonna
to be-
show up, dude? He ain't gonna show up. He wants a paycheck. He ain't gonna show
He's
up.
He's gonna
He
play.
needs money. He is the only defensive end
I know, but
edge
he's-
rusher with double-digit sacks in multiple seasons
I understand that, Ryan, but I feel like he's
consecutive.
gonna play.
No,
He's already there. He just got. He got.
call him, ask him. He ain't going. Talk to me. I'm his new agent. Listen,
Look.
he ain't showing up.
The thing
Hey,
They need to
is-
pay you.
the thing
They're
is-
out
is-
here paying Darius Slay so that they can keep him and
You don't
Bradbury
think he knows
together.
that though? He knows that.
Look,
I'm
at the
telling
end
you
of the
right
day,
now.
he's gonna get his bag next year, no matter what.
They-
If
they-
it's
No,
with the
he
Eagles
ain't.
or with somebody else, he's gonna get
He
it.
ain't,
And if
he ain't getting it.
Yes, he is.
They got to pay Devonta Smith next year.
No, but he might be gone. He might go to another team.
I'm telling you right now,
Oh, I'll pay him.
if I'm telling you right now, if he
Sure.
has another double-digit sack, they're going to have to open up the Brinks truck. Like they're going to
Yeah.
have to open up the Brinks truck because, if anything, you could say he's been a team player because he's not sitting out.
Right.
He should.
You know what I mean? Granted, he
maybe,
should, but he's
I don't know. I'm not big. I don't like.
He's
let's
playing.
say that.
He's playing the game the right way. He's playing the game the right way.
Yes.
They talked about it. They asked him questions. He said, "Hey, I think contracts handle themselves." But his numbers, if you look at the last 4 years,
He's gonna get paid one way or the other.
I'm telling you.
next year he'll get it.
He can come to the Giants. We'll pay him. And we'll let you play the Eagles twice.
Whoever pay him, he might if he has a double digit sack again this year, he's gonna get the Devon Miller deal.
I would love for him to come to the Patriots, but unfortunately, Bill Belichick's a sizist when it comes to his linebackers. So
Yeah, but he got a weird like strength to him. I was about to say
Well, I know
some type of
he's
strength, but I ain't gonna use that word.
but but you look at him compare size comparison. He's smaller.
Well, he's
He doesn't
6'1",
play
so
that
he's
way,
not.
but
He's not a
yeah.
like. Bill likes the tall guys.
Bill
big
likes your
monster.
6'5", 260 guys that are on the
They
edge.
can't run. These
However,
muscle-bound dickheads
Yeah.
can't turn around and wipe their ass.
Yeah.
however, Hassan's closely approaching that age where Bill gets a little turned on with players.
Oh,
Once
that's
they hit
true.
once they hit that 30 mark, he's like, "Ooh,
Oh,
I can
I
get,
like a
I can get,
veteran.
it. I like a
for
veteran.
steal.
Yeah, I can get it for steal."
I get, but
Listen, I'll
he's
give
gonna
you
be
one-
29 next year, so
Yeah.
I think he's still good.
Yeah, I'll give you 20 million, but see what you have to do is you have to get a sack per million.
That's it.
So that's
I'm
how
gonna
you
give
get
you.
it.
I'm going to give you 20 million, but it's going to be very incentivized.
Yes.
So you're only going to make 600,000 on the contract.
And you're gonna get hurt in week 15 and sit out until the playoffs.
Listen, he said don't get mad at me. Take it up with Arian Foster. He said it's written down in the rule book. Anyway,
Jesus. Oh yeah, it's in the script.
and it's in the script. Yeah,
Right.
I said rule book. It's in the script. All right, we're running up on time. So hey, I hope you guys appreciate that. I know Brian Kenny's always on the far left. He's not doing nothing. Not far left, not in that
Whoa.
sense. Far left, not far left in that sense. I'm talking about like off on the by myself with the picks. Let me just say that. Let me be politically correct. Anyway, let's get straight to BK bets before people like try to run us off of here. So Brian, what you had? Go ahead. With
I got one thing for college football. I got Miami. Not Miami. Florida money line tomorrow night. They're playing at Utah, but the word on the street is Utah's quarterback is not going to play. So
yeah.
What street?
and they started at like a 10.5. They started at like a plus 10.5, and they're down to a plus 4.5 the last I checked. So
And as
the
Brian
line
said,
is
Vegas
shifting.
knows.
Vegas
Vegas knows.
All right. I had Utah money line, right? So, but Brian's making me change my bet. So I don't really care which way you guys are going. I'm probably gonna stick to my guns and go Utah on that money line. I've got the over for the NC State UConn game at 46.5. I will push it down to 45 if you can. And then I like the over 43.5 of Nebraska versus Minnesota tomorrow as well. I think both of those teams are not really good on defense, and they're gonna put points up. And then on Saturday, I have a good 3-team parlay. I got Tennessee minus 28 versus UVA. I like how Milton looks. I think he's gonna throw the ball a lot. They're gonna get it going. I like the over for the UTSA versus Houston game. San Antonio, their quarterback's coming back for his 6th year, and all that boy do is try to score. And Houston don't play any defense, so I like that. The over 59.5. And I like UNC. I like what Drake May has going on. I think they start the year off right at South Carolina. I like the money line. So that's what I got for my 2-3-team parlays.
That's beautiful, guys. You guys are great.
All right. Well, anyway, man, like as always, guys, get anything I say before I close this out?
No,
Good.
hit the Dodgers tonight if you can.
I hit the Dodgers tonight. I hope they come through. But that does it. As always, we appreciate the support. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Keep commenting. We appreciate the interaction. We'll check you guys out next week, which is football week. So be safe. Peace. We'll holler at y'all.
Fuck the Packers.